Xbox Series S. They did name it technically. They weren't supposed to, but it technically got named. It was on the side of a controller box that, for some reason, was in the Best Buy like 2 months early, 3 months early.
Did you get one?
No, I didn't get one because I'm trying to figure out where they're because they obviously walked out of a Best Buy somehow. Or fell off a truck somewhere. Yeah. So I'm like, I don't know if I really want to touch any of those, even though I have had offers for them. I don't want to touch any. So
I'd take one. Still too. I don't care.
Because they, you know, I mean, each one has individual numbers and all this stuff. I'm like, you know, it's a controller from the outside. I'll wait for it to come out. But apparently the street date on it was like first week of November. So those have been sitting in Best Buy. They were going to sit there for like 3 months.
Yeah,
that's a long time.
That's so weird to me because you worked video game retail. Like when I worked at GameStop, like a week, maybe 2 weeks early.
I think Halo 3 we got a week and a half early, and we had to put a black tarp over it in the back. Like we're not like don't even look at the boxes. Put a black tarp over it. That was the comment.
You couldn't even open some of those boxes. Like they would send you a letter with the box and be like, "Don't open this." Okay.
When when I was in the book business there for 10 years, we got when one of the Harry Potter books was coming out, they sent a giant crate and there were all these legal disclaimers on the outside that said if we open the crate early, we would be sued by J.K. Rowling. So we literally couldn't even touch it for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, so it's normal to get stuff early. I don't know any time I've ever heard that someplace getting it that early. So that is interesting, unless Microsoft was going to just like announce it and drop it, but they had the street date on the outside of it for like November 6th, I believe. And that's kind of when people are thinking that the Series X is coming out because the controller is for the Series X and the Series S technically. So first week of November, I mean, that's believable. Microsoft said November now. But the Series S, I mean, I guess they're going to reveal that soonish at this point. It obviously the plans are in flux badly right now.
Yeah,
they were supposed to. We were supposed to already know about the Series S, to my knowledge.
We were supposed to know about it in June. Like, yeah, they were going to do it in June, and then they moved it to this month, and now they've moved it to September. Is basically how it's gone down. They've but the problem is, again, this comes back to the price. They don't want to talk about the price, and they cannot talk about Series S without explaining the entire value.
Yep.
Yeah, they can't. They just will not do it. So they're going to have to keep holding off the Series S until they're ready to talk about price. And now with Halo delayed, when they made that decision, they're like, we really actually do want to try to undercut Sony. We really, really do want to make that happen. So if they can, they will. And the only way to do that, it means holding off on Series S. So, but yeah, I mean, that thing's real. Everyone knows it now.
I think that Series S, I'm looking at these prices like the X is 500 and the S is 300. That's my thought right now. It's still 500 on the X and the PS5. I think the PS5 and the X are just going to be the same price.
Which would be?
I think so. I think at the end of the day, I think you're absolutely right. Yeah, I think they will settle on 500 each.
That'd be big though. I mean, like if you can get like a next gen system, you know, at like for like the Madden and Call of Duty Game Pass, whatever the case is, for $300, that'll probably be the go-to for lots of people that just play. Like, I mean, because there are, believe it or not, we're all the core gamers that we all play all the exclusives and stuff like that. But there is a large base of people that all they play is Madden, Call of Duty, FIFA, and like Rockstar whenever they make a game. So just GTA and whenever the next Red Dead comes out or whatever, that's all they play. They just play those games. And like if you can have a $300 box, you know, for that'll be huge.
I bet you some of those like I bet you Madden will play like 1440p on the Series S, just as an example, something like that. And for a lot of people, they're like,
don't even care. I honestly think that people that play Madden do not. 1080p is fine. I don't think they even know the difference. Like, there's some people that play Madden. They don't even know the difference between like each game. If you just show them like, they don't even know the difference between what's going on with.
Do you think they'd be fine if it was just like a text-based adventure or something?
Do
you think they'd be fine if it was just like a text-based adventure? You threw ball, touchdown.
Do you know what Madden though? As long as is it Madden?
Yeah, it'll say Madden at the top every time it starts up.
You know what they would notice though, OJ, is if those load times drop to like 1 second or something like that. You know. I mean, that's probably their texting time or something on the phone, right? And all of a sudden they're like, oh.
Just say it. You think Madden fans are the dumbest people on the face of the planet. Just say it, man.
Like, I used to be, and between the blaring rap music in between games and between, hey, man, what's going on? Like between all that stuff that they used to say on there with Madden, I used to play, hey, man, I'm just saying.
It's, I think, if you really think about how much time we spend in loading screens over like a year, is a lot. So the idea of loading screens almost going away is interesting.
They like loading. Gives them time to, take care of the kids. Gives them time to Jesus, they on it a lot. You know, kiss the wife, kiss the girlfriend. They like the loading times. What are you talking about, man?
Fix the controller up they just chucked across the room. It's great.
Yeah, exactly. Change the music. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, give them time to do stuff that they need to do. I think it's a good thing.
The Series S. I am interested in the Series S. I just gotta see what it looks like too. The word is it's small. It's not a cube, but it's like a small rectangle. So, well, we'll see. Maybe it'll be like so small that it's like honestly, maybe it's like size close to like an NVIDIA Shield.
That's like a Roku.
Yeah, I think it's going to be NVIDIA Shield size, probably a little bigger than that, but that type of form factor.
Yeah, that would be cool if it was like really.
Yeah, they're still gonna have to cool the SSD, and they're gonna have to cool the the GPU still. I mean, it's still gonna be like a regular AMD GPU, but yeah, in that range for sure, a puck.
That'd be good. I almost wonder if they'd also get to a point where they don't include a controller with it, like in holiday time, and it's like
I think that's likely.
Cheap. Yeah.
No controller too.
I mean, you probably, but geez, that sounds weird to me.
I mean, we also, I mean, if you think about it, Nintendo took out the charge cable for the 3DS, new 3DS XL back in the day to try to cut costs on that even. So, and that's a literal thing you need for the device to operate and turn on, because you got to charge it. But they figure everyone has these chargers who have been using them for so long. I mean, how many people keep buying Xbox controllers? So
yeah, I mean, the gamepads are selling better than ever. Like, people are buying a ton of them. So it almost makes sense to a certain degree. Like, even if you don't have one, getting one on the secondhand market even cheaper, like if that cuts down the price even more, that could be worth it.
They got to come out with an XCloud box too, just one that they sell that's like a little TV top box for $100, and you just drop it in your bedroom or something.
That'll be like their next thing after they get these consoles out. They will start really thinking about how they're going to introduce that. But you're right. Yeah. So right now it only works on phone, right? The XCloud's still only on phone.
I've been playing it because they dropped the beta this past week. I've been playing it before then because they had like their closed alpha, and I signed up a while ago and they brought me in for it. And it worked well then. It still works fine now. Like, you play it on your phone. There is a noticeable delay. Like in I play Forza, for example, you tend to oversteer. Like, you try to overcorrect at times when you're driving. I've noticed that. So it takes some getting used to. It also depends on how far you are from your Wi-Fi, how good your setup is, all of this. I don't really try it a lot on LTE because, T-Mobile will come in and start asking for more money and start breaking legs and stuff. So I don't mess around with that. But yeah, I mean, XCloud works well enough for what it is as like a complimentary service to your system. It's not Stadia where it's like, this is your system. So it works well enough, I think, for that.